When your book came out, I just felt there was a lot of things in there that were hurtful to me.
The secret story of Paul John Teutul. For instance, one of the notable episodes where significant family and business tensions were highlighted is Season 7, Episode 17, titled A Family Divided. The controversial beginnings of American Chopper's star, the Cody Project, is prominently featured in the 6th episode of the first season of American Chopper, Paul Jr.'s path from ironworks to icon. Season 6, Episode 3 of American Chopper, Top Entrepreneurship and Empowerment, Season 6, Episode 24. The Iron Roots of a Motorcycle Legacy, the Fired episode from Season 6, Episode 13. Paul John Teutul Sr., once a star on American Chopper, was more famous for his fierce fights with his son than for his motorcycles. From a simple welding shop in Yonkers to national TV fame, his explosive temper and harsh demands often turned the spotlight on their fiery clashes. What exactly pushed their relationship to the edge on live TV? Let us uncover what really caused the shocking collapse of American Chopper.
I want the thing done today.
I don't know.
Get your hands dirty for a change.
Why do you need me here?
I don't.
The secret story of Paul John Teutul. Paul John Teutul was known for his business smarts and charm. He became a big name in the motorcycle industry, but not everyone liked him, and as we go on, you'll see why. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the gleaming chrome of the latest creation, a mysterious figure approached the garage, a man whose past entanglements with Paul were about to turn a simple rivalry into a deadly game.
Something that I probably should have done a while ago, and that's go talk to Paulie.
He was born on May 1st, 1945, in Yonkers, New York. He started out running a welding shop, but his life took a big turn when his show, American Chopper, hit the screens. The show ran for about 10 years, making him famous. Along the way, he faced a lot of challenges. He was known for his fiery temper and frequent fights, especially with his son, Paul Teutul Jr., which became a big part of his public image. He had a reputation for being very detailed and strict. He always expected the best from his team at Orange County Choppers, and he didn't like anything less than perfect. This often made him seem harsh, and sometimes his frustration turned into anger.
I want it done today.
My father's always been a tough guy to work for. It's a custom bike. Sometimes it takes time.
On the other hand, Junior was more laid back and had his own creative style when it came to work. But this wasn't the only source of conflict. One day, he had a heated argument with his other son, Michael, from his first marriage. They fought over Michael's contract and the fact that Michael wasn't included in recent decisions. Feeling upset, Michael took a 5-week break from work. After that, he had trouble keeping up with his responsibilities, and his work performance went downhill. Many people could see why he blamed his father for this. He had also served in the United States Merchant Marine during the Vietnam War when he was just 18 years old. He traveled to different countries, delivering supplies to the troops, showing his strong commitment to his country. But the real turning point came when he made the tough decision to fire his son, Junior, from the business. This moment wasn't just about business. It showed the deep personal issues between them.
Need to be out in the shop working on a bike. Fucking imagine that.
It was a moment that highlighted how family relationships can become tangled in high-pressure situations. In 2009, when he decided to return to the company, things didn't go smoothly. There were issues with the existing contract rules, and his sudden return caused some problems, especially since some employees were already involved in front of the camera. To fix this, a new agreement was made that allowed him to buy Junior's share of the business. But this only made things worse. He started to assert his authority more openly, which made Junior really upset. Eventually, Junior took the issue to court to claim his ownership and won. Stepping away from the business conflicts for a moment, it's interesting to look at another big part of his life, as he writes about in his autobiography, The Ride of a Lifetime. The book talks about his 15-year struggle with drug and alcohol addiction, which he openly shares. He finally decided to get help and went to rehab in 1985, pushed by his wife to do so. His sons faced similar issues, with Junior entering rehab at just 16. Back to the professional disputes, he was also sued by a business partner who felt hurt by a new TV show starring him called OCC American Made. He argued that the show was important to keep the business alive, even though the company was already facing challenges. In yet another legal battle, the entire company got sued over copyright issues tied to a bike designed in 2010. The bike was advertised as being accessible to disabled people, but the court threw out the case, saying the claims weren't clear enough. Let's explore the challenges and drama inside Orange County choppers.
What's up, dude?
Hey, Nop, I got this exhaust all done. Put some cool cuts on it.
The controversial beginnings of American Chopper's star. Another interesting fact is that the show first aired on the Discovery Channel before moving to TLC, its sister channel. In the debut episode, a young and skilled worker named Cody Cowley played a big role in a project called The Cody Project. This project ended up being sold for a large amount of money. But despite the sale, Senior didn't give Cody the chopper he had promised, which led to yet another lawsuit. These incidents often portrayed Senior in a negative light, but they were complex situations that suggested there was more going on beneath the surface. But this wasn't even the worst of it. There's still more to the story that hints at deeper issues in both his personal and business life. If you find these details interesting, make sure to follow for more updates and insights.
You want to see the production bike?
Yeah, I figured I was in the area, so I figured I'd just stop by. You want to do that?
The relationship between Paul Jr. and his father was often difficult, filled with disagreements due to their different ideas. American Chopper first aired in March 2003, but after a big argument in 2008, he left Orange County Choppers. He had to wait for a year due to a non-compete agreement before starting his own company, Paul Jr. Designs, which focuses on custom motorcycles. However, challenges came his way, as they do for everyone. In 2007, he faced a lawsuit. The case was filed by Turner Construction, accusing him of something called fraudulent transfer. His brother, Daniel, was also involved. The lawsuit stemmed from issues that began in 2003. Turner Construction won the case in 2005 against OC Ironworks Corporation. The claim was that assets from OC Ironworks were moved improperly as the company dealt with financial problems. Before Orange County Ironworks went bankrupt, they made some big changes. They moved their workers and whatever resources they had left to a new company called OC Ironworks LLC. This involved selling off assets at a very low price and putting him in charge of the new company. Tom Geneva, who was chosen as the trustee, said this was a shady move. He believed the transfers were illegal and asked the bankruptcy court to cancel them back in 2007. Geneva also tried to make the new company pay for the old company's debts. But this wasn't the end of the story. In the end, they reached an agreement. OC Ironworks LLC agreed to pay $500,000 to settle the debts. This settlement was finalized on February 16, 2011, and the civil lawsuit known as Teutul versus Teutul was closed, according to the New York State court system. Next, see how a young man shapes his future in a family full of challenges. Paul Jr.'s path from ironworks to icon, Paul Teutul Jr. S. early life wasn't smooth. Even though he was the son of the owner, he didn't get any special treatment when he worked at Orange County Ironworks. Right after finishing school and learning how to weld, he started working in the company. At first, his job was mostly to clean up the workshop and help other workers with small tasks. Over time, his hard work and skills paid off, and he slowly worked his way up in the company. Eventually, he took on a leadership role at Orange County Ironworks. But that wasn't the biggest change in his career. In March of 2003, the idea for the TV show American Chopper was born. The first episode aired shortly after, and the show ran for 6 seasons over the course of 7 years. But things took a turn in 2008 when Paul Teutul Sr. fired his son after a series of unresolved conflicts. This family feud escalated when the father sued him to buy back the 20% of Orange County choppers that he owned. The legal battle dragged on, and in the end, he had to give up his share of the company to his father. After leaving Orange County choppers, he tried to repair his relationship with his father while also focusing on his own new business. He left the TV show and put his energy into growing his company. Without the constant fights with his dad, he could really focus on his creativity. His custom motorcycles started to get noticed, and he began working with big brands, which helped his business grow even more. But the challenges didn't stop there. He launched a new product called the PJDE, a cool electric bike that looked like a classic chopper. Under his leadership, the company not only made impressive motorcycles, but also expanded into other high-quality products. Even though he was no longer part of the original show, his fame from American Chopper helped him keep building a successful career. He now enjoys a happy life, spending time with his family and friends while continuing to work on exciting projects. But that wasn't the end of his TV journey. In 2010, he returned to the screen with a new show, American Chopper, Senior vs. Junior, which focused on the rivalry between his company and his father's. This spin-off lasted until December 2012. After that, he was part of a few more TV projects, the most recent one finishing in 2020. Though he's no longer regularly on TV, the legacy of his work and the dramatic family stories still keeps viewers interested. He opened up in an interview with People magazine saying that working with his father put a strain on their relationship.
Here, let me tell you something. Listen, if I wasn't involved, this place would go to shit.
And he's cautious about risking that again. Even though they had some tough moments in the past, he and his dad eventually made up, and now they get along fine. While they run their own businesses separately, they sometimes team up for social events. Outside of work, he finds happiness in different areas of his life. One of his happiest moments was in 2010 when he married Rachel Bister. Then in 2015, they welcomed their son, Hudson Teutul. Rachel, who is both a model and actress, met him when she appeared on an episode of American Chopper. She runs stylish clothing stores near where he works on motorcycles in his shop. Now, discover the tough times and big dreams that push him forward. Top entrepreneurship and empowerment. Paul isn't just about bikes. He also has a passion for writing. He wrote a book called The Build, where he shares his life story, including the ups and downs with his father, his time at Orange County Choppers, and a personal spiritual journey. As he has grown personally, he's also continued to expand his professional projects. His net worth is estimated at $2 million according to Celebrity Net Worth, thanks to his time on TV and his current business ventures. In 2009, he started his own design company, Paul Jr. Designs, and soon after, he took on new projects, including building a dog park in Montgomery, New York. His first big product was redesigning a grill for Coleman's 10th anniversary road trip grill in 2010. After that, he went on to create a line of dog toys for the Bamboo brand. In an episode of American Chopper, pets made a surprising appearance that many fans still remember. On February 4th, 2010, Stuart Haas showed off his custom motorcycle. If you've been following the show, you might be wondering what he has been up to. Well, he's been busy working on a lot of new projects. One of his main focuses now is producing podcasts where he talks about important topics. One of these topics is preventing veteran suicides. He is passionate about creating content that not only informs, but also motivates and empowers his listeners. He often brings in different experts to share their knowledge on his podcast. His guests include business leaders, religious figures, hobbyists, and people from charitable organizations. Some of the guests are successful entrepreneurs who talk about leadership, marketing, personal development, and the latest business trends. These conversations offer helpful advice for new business owners, small companies, and anyone looking to grow in their career. But that's not all. He also invites religious leaders from different faiths to share their beliefs and teachings. He knows how important spirituality can be for personal growth. By exploring different religious traditions, he helps his audience learn more about various cultures and fosters mutual respect and understanding. In addition to that, he welcomes people from well-known charitable groups who talk about their work. These episodes shine a light on social issues and encourage listeners to get involved by donating, volunteering, or raising awareness. His goal is to inspire his audience to make a positive impact in their own communities. But that's just the beginning. He is more than just a host. Let's dive into the untold story of him from American Chopper, starting on October 2nd, 1972. When his father and his wife, Paula, had their first son, they named him after his father, marking the beginning of what would later become a legacy. No one could have guessed that this boy would one day play a key role in motorcycle culture. From an early age, he was fascinated by his dad's love for motorcycles, a passion that would go on to shape his entire life and career. Alongside his siblings Michael, Kristen, and Daniel, he watched his father run the family business, Orange County Iron Works. Even as a young child, he became deeply involved in the craft. Join us as we look at the tough business decisions that test his resolve.
My father's always been a tough guy to work for. It's a custom bike. Sometimes it takes time.
The iron roots of a motorcycle legacy. Long before fame arrived, by the age of 12, Paul Jr. began working at the family business during his summers. He quickly earned a reputation as a fast learner. Before he was known for his skill in creating custom bikes, he was just a boy with a dream to follow in his father's footsteps. He admired his dad, and as their lives unfolded, with all their public and private struggles, his commitment to ironwork grew stronger. During high school, he joined a program that allowed him to improve his metalworking skills even more. This made him an important part of the shop, and it changed his teenage years. Instead of doing typical teenage things, he spent most of his time learning the trade. After high school, he decided not to go to college and dove straight into working full-time at Orange County Iron Works. As he moved up in the shop and became the head of the railing department, things were about to change for the whole family. His father was getting more interested in building motorcycles, and this soon turned into a full-blown business. As this new project took off, he also became interested in customizing bikes. In 1999, there was a key moment when his father noticed his talent and invited him to join this new motorcycle venture. But this wasn't the biggest surprise. The real turning point came when they launched Orange County Choppers. They started small, with his father following his dream of becoming a famous custom motorcycle builder. The business began in Montgomery, New York, on Factory Street, before moving to Rock Tavern, New York. Within just 3 years, Orange County Choppers had become a leader in custom bike building across America. Their growing success got the attention of the Discovery Channel, which led to the premiere of American Chopper in December 2002. The show not only focused on the intense family dynamics, but also showcased the skills of different motorcycle builders and craftsmen in their team.
Do on this bike. Every time I come out here, Vinny's doing a job and you're holding his hand. Get your hands dirty for a change.
Fans were drawn to the drama, the big personalities, and of course the incredible motorcycles they created. The story explores how some of the most eye-catching motorcycles came to be, capturing the attention of many, especially younger fans. These viewers became deeply interested in fast bikes and thrilling rides, inspired by the adventurous spirit seen in movies. This excitement was sparked by the TV show American Chopper, which marked the beginning of a significant period for those involved, both on and off camera. Unlike most reality shows, American Chopper featured a unique team: Paul Teutul Sr., his son, along with Jason Pohl, Vincent DiMartino, Cody Connolly, Michael Teutul, and others. They weren't just acting for the cameras, they were skilled craftsmen who loved building remarkable motorcycles. Their passion quickly won over viewers, making the show a big hit. In just a short time, the show's success allowed their small shop to move into a huge $12 million, 61,000 square foot building in Newburgh. The company owned the building until 2011, when financial troubles forced his father to give it up to their main lender, GE Commercial Finance Business Corporation. But this wasn't the worst part. They had to start renting back part of the building to keep things running. For him, Orange County Choppers wasn't just about gaining fame. It was his true passion. As the lead designer and builder, he was responsible for much of the company's success. His creative ideas turned into impressive bikes that wowed viewers and his fellow workers. His personality also shone through on the show, making him a fan favorite even after he left. One of the most memorable moments, and ironically what led to the show's cancellation, was a heated argument between him and his father. This clash, which became famous through online memes and discussions, wasn't just a simple disagreement. It pointed to much bigger problems in their family and their business. But that wasn't the hardest part. As we look back on that intense day, it's clear that working with family can sometimes be the most difficult job of all. For him and his father, their shared business put such a strain on their personal relationship that it nearly destroyed the dream they had for Orange County Choppers. Can family businesses survive such intense internal conflicts? Don't forget to like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more discussions like this.